I want to ask you a question that might reveal more about you than you expect. Who do you hold in high esteem? Take a moment. Think about the colleagues you quote in meetings, the leaders you follow obsessively, the public figures you see as benchmarks for success. What is it about these people that earns your respect? Here's what the data tells us. 87% of professionals report experiencing imposter syndrome while simultaneously following and idolizing people based purely on wealth, fame, and job titles. We're witnessing a paradox. The average professional spends 2.5 hours daily consuming content from successful people on social media. Yet 76 report feeling increasingly inadequate about their own worth. But here's the uncomfortable truth. A Stanford study found the professionals who base their self-worth on external validation are 3 times more likely to burn out and 60% less likely to take strategic career risks. That's literally exhausting themselves, performing for esteem rather than operating from it. The people whom you respect reveals what you think makes someone worthy. And if you don't hold yourself in high esteem, you're probably among the millions exhausting themselves trying to become someone else's version of worthy. We hold tech billionaires in high regard and hang on to their every word about parenting, relationships, and social issues. But why? Because they have wealth? What does their net worth tell us about their wisdom in areas outside of their expertise? We forgive serious character flaws in people we esteem for their status, then withdraw that esteem completely when they fall from grace, proving our esteem was never about their inherent worth as humans. Today, I'm going to show you why the most damaging professional epidemic isn't skill gaps or market changes. It's incredibly capable people who don't hold themselves in high enough esteem, who are exhausting themselves and performing for validation when they could simply claim their own valuable self-worth. Hi, I'm Jenny Clark, a conscious leadership expert who spent 2 decades in executive recruiting and talent management, having worked with giants like Google and Spencer Stuart. I discovered that the secret to transformative leadership lies in the 5 dimensions of conscious leadership. And I'm here to help you unlock your full potential. Join me on this channel as we embark on an honest and vulnerable journey together to become the kind of leader that genuinely inspires transformation in your organization. I've got a little career boosting secret for you. Do you want the inside scoop on leadership, plus some juicy tips and hot takes you won't hear anywhere else? I've got a newsletter that's basically your personal career coach in your inbox. Just click on the link below in the description to join in. Oh, and if you're loving this content, I know you are, click that subscribe button. It's like giving me a virtual fist bump, ensuring you won't miss out on any future videos. A client recently showed me her LinkedIn feed scrolling through posts from people she admired. With each swipe, she made a comment. Look at her, keynoting at another conference. Oh, he just got promoted to VP at 32. This woman has 100,000 followers. And I asked, what exactly are you admiring here? And she paused. Their success? But do you know if they're happy? If their teams respect them? If they sleep well at night? If their success came at a cost you'd be willing to pay? That's when it hit us both. She was holding people in high esteem or regard based on their highlight reels, their curated online presence, their visible achievements, but she knew nothing about their character, their struggles, their actual contributions to the world. Meanwhile, she was measuring her self-worth against these incomplete pictures. Every post from someone she admired made her feel smaller, less accomplished, further behind. The irony? Some of these people she idolized later reached out to her for advice, revealing struggles and insecurities she would have never guessed they had. They were projecting success while privately questioning their worth, just like her. We sometimes hold people in high esteem for their curated image while exhausting ourselves trying to emulate them. But what if we're all just comparing our actual lives, including all the trials and tribulations, to someone else's highlight reel? Let's get brutally honest about the stories you tell yourself. When you scroll through LinkedIn and see someone's promotion announcement, what's your immediate internal response? They must be more strategic than I am. I need to be more like them. They figured something out that I haven't. My authentic self isn't executive material. I need to perform better to deserve that. Now, think about the people you hold in high esteem. Are you admiring their wealth, their title, their social media presence, or are you actually esteeming their character, their growth mindset, their authenticity? Here's the harder question. What standards are you using to evaluate others that you're not applying to yourself with the same generosity? You forgive mistakes in people you admire. Oh, they're human, they're learning. But when you make a mistake, you're telling yourself, I'm an imposter who doesn't belong here. You see someone successful being authentic and think it's brave. But when you consider being authentic, that's career suicide. I need to be more polished. Think about yesterday. How many times did you adjust your behavior to match what you think successful people do? How many times did you silence your authentic voice because it didn't sound impressive enough? How much energy did you spend managing impressions rather than making impact? If you're acting out different personas for different audiences, if you're constantly code switching between who you are and who you think you need to be, you're revealing that you don't hold yourself in high esteem. You're revealing that you believe your authentic self needs to be hidden, polished, or fundamentally changed to be worthy of respect and admiration. Here are some of the questions that will transform how you think about esteem, both for others and yourself. Am I admiring this person's character or just their achievements? Start evaluating people based on integrity, growth mindset, authenticity, and contribution rather than just titles and net worth. What would I do differently if I believed my authentic self was already worthy of high esteem? This question reveals every place you're performing instead of being. How much energy am I spending on impression management that could go toward authentic excellence? Track this one for 1 week. The number will shock you. What advice would I give someone I truly esteem who is facing my exact situation? And then ask, why am I not taking that advice myself? Who would I become if I applied the same generous standards to myself that I apply to people I admire? This is where transformation begins. The diagnostic question: can I name 3 things about my character, not my achievements, that make me worthy of the same high esteem I give to others? If you struggle with this, you've identified exactly where your work begins. Look, I know some of you are watching this maintaining 3 different professional personas, exhausted from the performance but terrified to stop. I see you. I've been you. Here's what I know. The esteem that matters most is the esteem you have for yourself. And that esteem isn't earned through performance. It's claimed through authenticity and self-love. The most fulfilled professionals I know aren't trying to become someone else's version of successful. They're becoming excellently who they are. They hold themselves in high esteem, not because they're perfect, but because they're authentic, growing, and contributing from genuine self-acceptance. For the next 90 days, practice holding yourself in the same esteem you'd give someone you truly respect. Forgive yourself like you'd forgive them. Invest in yourself like you'd invest in them. Trust your authentic voice like you'd trust theirs. Stop waiting for someone else to recognize your value. Stop exhausting yourself performing versions of yourself you think deserve esteem. The person you actually are, imperfect, growing, authentic, and committed to excellence, that person is already worthy of the highest regard. Until next time, remember, the esteem that matters most is the esteem you have for yourself. And that esteem is earned through authenticity, not performance. You ready? Let's get to work. I get it. Taking that first step can feel daunting. I've been there too. But here's the thing. You've got strengths you might not even realize yet. I've put together a free career mapping framework to help you uncover those hidden talents and chart your own path forward. It's not about changing everything overnight. It's about starting to see your potential clearly. Ready to explore? The framework's waiting for you. Just click the link in the description. Your future self will thank you for taking this small but powerful step today.